Hello, a beginner's guide for a campaign. If you're looking for a detailed progression while doing acts, check the description for a link to a document file where I have explained every single breakpoint that you need to be aware of. In this one, I'm going to talk about different types of systems that are unlocked early, and not knowing is going to hinder your experience in this game. First, let's start with events. If we press X on the keyboard, we're gonna have our event interface. In here, there are many things. I'm gonna start with Zodiac Pass, as this is always gonna be active. It changes every single month. We get different rewards. However, what we always gonna see is a yellow selection chest. And yellow selection chest is a big damage breakpoint on your skill board, as you can pick up either a really good skill, for example, Ice Crystal Arrow, as some of the skills and links can only be yellow and you can't buy them from the shop. So if you're looking for the skill, it would be Ice Crystal Arrow or something else that you are looking for. For Link Rune, we have a few more choices in here. First of all, you always want to pick up a Warrior Shadow or a Shadow Archer Link Runes, as those Link Runes, they work on most of the builds and they are the best Link Runes we can have right now on our skill board. After that, when you pick up all the necessary stuff, you can start picking up something that's not inherently yellow, for example, some damage Link Rune or anything else, or you can just save the boxes. But these boxes are really important super early in the game. There are more things on the Zodiac Pass, but as it changes every single month, you might not see the same rewards. However, you're always gonna see the selection box. To complete the Zodiac Pass is really simple. You just do really minuscule achievements or missions that you do them by default just by playing the game. They call it seasonal missions, but it's actually not a seasonal mission. It's like more like a monthly mission, which if you do maps, you're gonna be able to complete it really easy. You can even complete everything in here in one day, besides the clear waves of the spires. Another one is Rune Hunter Grove Pass. This is where you're gonna get your first selection boxes. There is also a blue selection box. In here, what you want to pick up from the skill rune is a Seal of Critical Chance if you're critical, and Seal of Persistence if you are a maximized build. And this is gonna be a huge power breakpoint for you. There are more things. There is bunch of golds, bunch of boxes, especially in here we have a unique selection boxes. This is the first time they did it on the Rune Hunter Grove Pass. From this one, I suggest to pick up a Caster Refraction Ring if you are critical, and Band of Certainty if you are maximized build. From the second box, if you want to run fast, you want to pick up like Bone of the Wind. You don't have to do Ice Crystal Arrow build, as these boots are insane amount of movement speed amplification, and there are no other boots that give you so much speed. On the third box, there is nothing good. You can check for some weapon that might fit your build, but nothing too crazy that would fit for most of the builds. Seasonal challenges. These might take you a little bit more time, and specifically in Season 7, we had two unique boxes with high tier transcended items. This is one of them. I don't know if this is gonna be the same for the next season, but I would assume they're gonna do something similar. So let's talk about it. Basically, we have a transcendent items on the first box and transcendent items on the second box, which are even more powerful. These boxes are the main reason why Season 7 was so much better than any other season, because this is the first time we are getting these. And with those items, most of the people can do hard maps with their builds. Last is the event. This type of events, they change every single month. Right now we have rock, paper, scissors. What you do in this, you play the game, or sometimes you just grind the maps and you get the currency, which you can use in the event shop. Event shop changes drastically through the different events. In this one, as you can see, we can pick up some upgrade essences, even essence bundles, but the shop itself always gonna change. In the early season shops from the events, we have more progression stuff. Right now, we have less progression stuff, more of the stuff that you want to have later into the game, but remember to do those events. Disassemble shop. you can find this one on Blacksmith when you go into this Disassemble menu, and top left we have two interfaces. We change the interface, and this is a progression shop that you're gonna keep checking every single day, even when you are already in the end game. Why is that? Because most of these currencies, essences, and so on can be bought from a disassemble fragments. Because we are always looting everything in this game, and we are always disassembling everything that we don't need, we get these shoddy fragments. Main thing in here is that there are two types of fragments. The ones that you disassemble and the ones that you can buy from the shop. These are called precious fragments, and these are used for the best type of essences or currency that you can buy from this disassemble shop. They are only fatally available daily, so this is a daily grind basically. What you want to do in the shop, it kind of depends on your progression and where you are stuck or where you at. Most of the time you always want to pick up all of the essences and currency that are from the precious fragments, from the yellow fragments, and of course all the divine essences. These are monthly, and these are really hard to acquire even when you do hard maps later into the game, so try to buy those. They are big power spikes. They of course random when you enchant your items, but they are really good. Also we have some trump crystals, bunch of stuff, even selection boxes, blue selection, yellow selection. We have some chaos cards, but this more about later into the game when you start to do chaos stage. Talking about shops, I have to mention this. It's only available after you finish the campaign, but it's a necessary knowledge. We have so-called black market. There are two NPCs for that black market. And what you're gonna find in here is bunch of charms and of course bunch of currency that are bought from a black market currency that you get by completing bounties in every single interface. There are two interfaces and they have different types of friendships. This is a Ripjaw friendship and this is a Stendhal friendship. You can both have at 6th grade, however, you will need to do quite a few missions to keep them at grade 5 and above, as whenever you complete one, you get decreased on the other one. But if you do one mission, another mission from another bounty, and you mix and match, you're gonna see that it's really easy to keep both. So why there are two shops? The main reason is this unique chest. It's a random chest, but it always has seasonal uniques that you can get at really high chances. Even right now, we can get Speaker's Regret Helmet at 25%. However, this is a really cheap box. There are boxes that cost 50k currency, and in those boxes, you can get the best items in the game. So this shop, you always want to keep checking, as there is a lot of progression to pick up. You can also reset the shop. Shop resets twice every single day, but if you have enough currency, you can reset it yourself. There is no limit, but it always increases in price. Easy way to get a 6th link in campaign is by completing the stages. When you complete the stage, you're gonna see that you get gemstones of courage. I haven't completed many of those because you actually don't even need to complete that many, but the more you're gonna complete, the more gemstones of courage you're gonna get. And with those gemstones of courage, we have a specific shop called Aura Shop. And in here, you can buy as many as you want rune birth essences. And with those, you're gonna see that you can roll a 6th link even in Act 2. That's how easy it is right now. But this is only one thing from this shop. There is another, and that is formula books. We never had formula books open before. What are formula books? They are basically stats that you can imbue to yourself and keep them permanently. There are strength orbs that increases your stats. There are orbs that increases your hit, armor, and so on, so on. And these boxes is what you want to buy early in the game. After you have the box, you can go to the alchemy table. And on the alchemy table, you can start unlocking whatever formula book you have. Right now I have strength unlocked, dexterity unlocked, and intelligence. In order to craft the box, we're gonna need Crystal Orb, Chaos Crystal, and Strength Energy. And all of these currencies are obtained by just killing enemies on the maps or killing monsters on the maps. By consuming those orbs, you have a chance to increase the stat. It's not 100%. Later, it gets down to like around 1% to succeed. But you're gonna see you're gonna be able to have so many orbs. And those orbs mainly is gonna fix your resistances, as we can have a resistance orbs. And it's gonna fix your stats. Formula books are also in the guild shop. They reset every single week. And this is the main reason why you want to have a guild in this game. And you can find it really early at level 20. Item Compendium. There are a few things I want to mention in here. First is that it works as storage for your unique items. At the same time, you can inspect any unique item that you're looking for or search for some kind of unique item. For example, let's say I want physical damage, right? It's gonna show all the physical ones that it has on its tooltip. Besides that, there is a skill and link rune compendium, and in here, it's a little bit more interesting. You can buy link runes from here that you don't have. However, you will need to finish acts in order to be able to buy those. For example, if combo is in Act 3, you will have still to finish Act 3 in order to buy link runes and skill runes from your compendium. It's really simple, it buys out, it goes straight into your inventory. At the same time, we can inspect every single link rune that we want or a skill rune, check how it looks like, press exclamation mark, and see what kind of links it can use. You can increase the level, you can increase the grade, you can check the awakenings. Leaderboards. In here, we don't care about who is in the leaderboards or who is doing the most damage. What I want to show is that you can inspect any player that is in the leaderboards or any player that you know his nickname. Press character info and you're gonna see everything he has. You can see what kind of skill runes he is running, what charms he has, what lacrima he is running, what stats he has. This is a really easy way to copy paste a build. Even zodiacs, if you press copy zodiacs, it's gonna copy every single zodiac he has. So keep this in mind if you are trying to follow some player. Last thing I want to talk about is events. Late into the game, and you start doing maps, you can add any events you want on your maps. However, there are two events that you can do in campaign, and those are really important. Red Moon. You don't want to skip this early as it gives you plenty of XP, but most importantly, it gives you materials to craft the orbs that I mentioned before. It drops every single type of material that you need to be able to craft any orb that exists in the game. It might be difficult to clear this event early in the game as it starts spawning bosses later, but you can always come back to this and just finish your orb crafting later into the game. If you have enough inventory space, you don't have to collect anything in here. As soon as you leave the Red Moon, it's gonna collect everything automatically. In here, I did some force looting, but it's not necessary. Altar of Blessing. This one is gonna start spawning in episode 3. The main currency from this is Light of Life that you use to level up your relics. It also drops a lot of different currencies and materials, but Light of Life is what we're looking at. This is everything. I didn't want to keep it too long. I wanted to keep this as short as possible while giving as much information as I can. If you have some questions, just ask them when I'm live or on YouTube, even Twitch. Don't forget to check the description for a seasonal guide that I have explained everything in more detail. But for this, bye bye.